Hello everyone, welcome once again to the program Shagalinku. My name is Ambassador Emmanuel Gabari and it's good to have you on a fresh edition of the show. You know, as usual on Shagalinku now, we'll talk about issues that affect humanity and we'll try to provide solutions to them. But for now, I'd like you to hang on. Let's go take this music break. When we come back, I'll let you in on everything on this episode of the show. Remember that you can watch us on StarTime TV, also on Free TV, and then if you don't have light, you can just tune into your radio of 101.1 FM and you'll be live with us. Once again, welcome to Shagalinku, and I'll be back after this short break. Have a guest in the house and we'll be looking at something very important. Every time people say that there's so much attention being paid to the girl child, the girl's education, women empowerment, menstrual hygiene and all of that, and where is the place of the boys? So today we'll be looking at the issues surrounding the boy child. How is it like growing up for them? Why is it that particular attention is not paid to how boys are raised and all of that? We hear instances where girls are told, don't come back home late at night, don't go mingling with friends, don't do this, don't do that. But for the boy child, it's a free ticket. Go and come back at any time you like. So today we'll be looking at all of that. And for our viewers, Juliet is a mental health advocate. She's also a menstrual hygiene and period poverty advocate. And then the last one that will interest you, she's the multilingual educator. She can speak Chinese very well. Don't worry, before the show ends, we'll ask her to say something in Chinese. Chong ching chong.
Okay, so thank you so much for having me here today. It's such a great privilege to be here. Like you said, my name is Juliet Momodu, and I run an organization called NADA Humanitarian Foundation. It's a platform for women and children, and we'll focus on education, we'll focus on health, and we'll also focus on outreach. So besides that, I'm also a consultant on solar energy. We find ways to help homes have stable electricity in times like this when you live in Nigeria. And I am also an educator. I speak Chinese, I translate.
Wow.
Yes, and hopefully in the future I would also love to teach Chinese.
You start here, a lot of attention is being paid to the girl child,
Yes.
and somehow we can see in the social media that things are beginning to say, you know what, we should begin to also infuse the boy child into it, because we're seeing a lot of gender-based violence, we're seeing a lot of abuse and violence targeted against girls and women.
Yes.
And then it begins to raise the fact that truly we're training our girl child to be perfect and leaving the boy child, who will in turn go back and spoil our girl child. So how is it like for what's really the situation that the boy child is being neglected? Is it that they feel, oh, he's a boy, he can sort himself and all of that? Is there like a gap, or there's something missing either from parent wise or from the home front where mothers or parents are not paying attention to the boy child to do all of this? What do you think about that?
So what I think is why the girl child is being paid more attention than the male child. So this issue, it goes deeper beyond what we can think. It stems from the home, like you said, and it also goes into the community. And most at times, they look at like the male child as the stronger one than the female child. So which means that the female child, she is more vulnerable than the male child, if you look at them like in context. Right. So now, and you would hear something like they would say, be a man, They will
Don't
say,
cry.
don't cry, men don't cry. And maybe they'll say, man up, right? And now that has made the male child to suppress their emotions. You can see a male child, they go through things, they don't have emotional support, they don't even voice it out to be able to be supported. And this is happening because of the way the community is structured. It is being embedded inside their household. So in order for us to change this, we have to go back to the root of the issue, which is stemming up from, I would even say, from when they were born, like as a child, and then in their family. So you are correct. Yes, attention is given to the girl child more than the boy child, and I think that needs to be corrected, because for us to have a safe girl child, we have to have a balanced male child.
Yeah, because it's really worrisome. The social media is abuzz with the issue of the 20-year-old girl who from Warri went to Asaba to see a guy, and you hear a lot of stories going on, and people are blaming the girl, some are blaming the boy, and all of that. And it really brought me to thinking that if we really are able to train the boy and the girl together, for each of them to respect themselves, you know, and respect one another, things will be better. But let's look at growing up for you, because like you said, it starts from the home. They'll put a timeline for a girl. You must not come back home after 3 o'clock. If she doesn't return from school on time, I'm sure the parents will be panicky. Why you never return? The parents are checking the girl's bag to see what is in her bag, to know the kind of friends they have, to even know how even to go out on a normal, even if they send her to the market. The parents are so restrictive. But for the boy, go play football. They will even be shouting at him, why are you in the house? Go and play football with your friends, and all of that. So how was growing up for you?
Growing up for me, well, I wouldn't say it was easy, right? When you talk about you talked about something like restriction for the female child. Well, it was like that for me. Me and my sister were never left just like that, okay, to go out. No. When you come back from school, you are in the house and you are doing one choice or the other choice. But then my brothers, on the other hand, they go wherever they want to go, they play with whoever they want to play with. And now let us shift it to education, growing up. So I come from this family where my father at that time, he thought that, okay, like the female child does not need that much attention. Last, she will get married. He felt that, okay, even if you train a girl child, no matter how much finance you put in a girl child, she will still end up under a man and in the kitchen. It's an outdated way to think, because like when it comes to training, when it comes to education, I feel you think about he or she being a human first than considering their gender. So now I will give you like just a scenario of my life. While we were growing up, I know my parents didn't really have much at that time, but they prioritized my brother's education more than our education. Like they went to private school. Then my sister and I were put in government school because what? Women, you don't need to invest much in them. You don't need to give them much, because at the end of the day, they will end up under a man. And I will tell you, even up till now, I think that lack of strong educational foundation still affect my sister up until now. Right? And it also happened at the time where we were living, the people we were surrounded by. And this problem that now that I'm even thinking about it, it also have the surroundings, where you are, your neighbors as well. You can see a man who maybe he wants to train his children, and the neighbor can come, guy, why are you wasting that camera? Maybe woman she go still there on that one, she go still born. They need a carry woman go school. So those kind of things, they were challenges that we faced growing up. And even our friends, we couldn't really keep friends. Like, okay, now they will see you just talking with a guy. The next thing your mother will be like,
You go get
No
belle.
carry belle come this house. So if you carry belle, you go meet that man. I don't disgrace my mother. You see me carry belle enter your father's house. So those kind of things.
Okay. So we're still here on Shagalinko. We'll take this quick break. I'm still talking with my guest, Juliet Ogbidi Momodu, and we're still looking at the boy child, the issues, challenges, and everything surrounding the boy child. So those of una where they always tell us, say we know they talk about the boy child, not only the girl child. I hope you are watching right now and you're learning one or two things from that. Okay, welcome back from that music break. The program still is Shagalinko. You can watch us on the normal antenna of ARTV. You can also watch us on StarTime, and newly we just joined Free TV. Download Free TV on Play Store, and then scroll up to all channels and you will see ARTV. Also, you can listen to us via the radio frequency of 101.1 FM and you'll be live. And remember, we're also on satellite and Nicomsat. You can join us there so you can watch from any part of the world that you're in. I'm still talking with Juliet. You also schooled abroad, you know. So how would you rate schooling in China and then what you had here? You talked about how your brothers are also allowed to go out, play football, enjoy yourself. But the moment your mom sees you with any boy, they are warning you and all of that. So would you also relate it with when you were in China and you saw how there's really no disparity between a boy child and a girl child? Everyone is treated equally. Everyone is given that access, the platform, whether education-wise, whether craft, anything, you just be who you are. How was China experience for you?
For me, China experience was an eye-opener, a mind-opener. It gave me platform to learn, gave me platform to unlearn what I've learned. There was also this cultural shock at first. But besides that, you would also see how they harvest human potential rather than suppressing them. Or, okay, let me take on a normal, on like an average African home, you will even see most of the children, the school they go to or what they learn is stem from what their parents want them to do rather than what they want to do. But it's not like that. So in China, you will see a child does what they to do.
You are allowed to be
yourself. You are allowed
yourself.
to be yourself. You're allowed to go where you want to. You are allowed to wear what you want to wear. It does not matter if you are a woman, if you are a girl child, or you are a male child. Yeah, they are given equal opportunity. They are being given equal right. So from childhood, you will see them learning piano. You will see, like, if a child wants to be a singer, they are already registering for music school. But imagine here, you say you want to be a musician.
They go flog you first there.
They will first tell you that who do you want to disgrace? Yeah, so they harvest the potential of the child rather than channeling them to what the parents want them to be. No, the child, they become what they want to be. Now, in terms of education, the school that I went to, it wasn't really stressful. You have this right to talk to your teacher. There was no strike, nothing like no classes, nothing like, okay, 2 months we are not going to school. No, there was nothing like that. So I really think that gave me a freedom to be able to learn, a freedom to free my mind, a freedom to be exposed. It gave me the exposure I have now.
What were some of the cultural shocks that you got when you got to China and knowing that you're not be Niger?
Okay, first of all, like spitting. Now the food, it's completely different. In China, I'm eating, I'm losing weight. There's no amount of food I can eat that I'm like adding up. Then now, the way they dress. Oh my God, when I just first came and I see people dressing, I feel they were naked. I'm like, get some clothes, wear more clothes.
You're like the grandmother in China, the African mother.
Yeah, I was the one.
I'm sure you just walk in the street, you open your eyes and like,
we come come to class, you see people with shorts. They are just, I'm like, my God, like it does not happen. Why are you showing your body? Yeah, so there were a lot of cultural shock.
Let's dwell a little on the education before we come back to the boy child thing. You mentioned something that really struck me, that lecturers are free with the students.
Yes.
They also want to know your challenges,
Yes.
and they are able to help out,
Yes.
and there are no strikes.
Yes.
That will not be for Nigeria.
No.
So how do you cope? Because we don't see this kind of lecturer-student relationship in Nigeria. So how was it like for you?
So for me, it made my learning easy. Even me learning Chinese, I think that was part of it. And even me coming out with flying colors, graduating well, I think that was part of it. I remember a scenario. My chemistry teacher back in China, we had this test where, so we used to have tests and I passed my test. But there was this other test I didn't read. I couldn't. I was just tired. I didn't study and I failed my test. But my teacher called me. She said she knew this is not me. And she was like, what happened? And I was open to her. I was like, seriously, I did not have time to. She said, okay, that she will give me a second chance. So she gave me a week, tell me to go and read, and they gave me to recite for the test. So now I feel if we are able to do that, students will be more free to learn. They will be much more open to speak up. And we go to our teacher's house. They cook for us. We eat. We stay together.
For Niger? Hey, which teacher will cook for you for Niger?
Yeah, they do that.
Wow.
Yes, our Laoshi, our teacher, she cooked. Like there was a time we went there. They asked for a challenge. Even when we wanted to graduate, we had this issue. I went, we spoke to the vice chancellor. He sat down, he listened to us. They heard our problem and they offered a solution for us to be able to graduate well, to be able to have a better experience in the country and to be able to be better students.
So let's come back to parenting, because you mentioned something about what your typical Nigerian mother would say about when they see a boy and a girl together and then they bring the issue of pregnancy. What do you think is also the reasons why are parents missing it in terms of training their children? Because this is Gen Z era, our parents might want to train the children the way they were raised in their own time, which is not viable anymore. The internet is there. There's a whole lot of more freedom now that if no matter how you want to even train your children, they will get a different opinion outside. So do you think parents should maybe change the way they parent their children? Maybe?
Yes. When it comes to parenting, I think parents need to change, because you cannot tell me the script that you use in 1556 or even 1997.
Yes.
You cannot use the script now, because what you did not teach your child at home, the internet will teach the child.
True.
And if you are not a parent that is very open to train your child, the child would not be comfortable to tell you things, and they may tell the wrong person, and that wrong person can give them a wrong idea. Right. So my friend and I, we had this conversation just last week in Abuja, and I was telling her, for me, I will be very open with my children. I'm going to train them, because I like it or not, that thing I don't want them to do, they will do it. So I would rather my child is very comfortable to come to me and sit with me, and I be the first voice in their mind when they are in the world, than another voice they see online on TikTok or on Instagram to be the voice that they have. So yes, parents need to change the way they train their male child, and they need to train the way they train their female children. And maybe you'll be very surprised to hear this from me. I actually think the amount of attention we give to the girl child, we have to give the same amount of attention to the male child. Because you cannot tell me, let's say a tree is decaying in one side. For you to stop the decay, you go to the roots. For us to stop gender-based violence, we have to raise better men. Understand?
True.
For us to stop period poverty, we have to raise better men, because they need to understand, they need to be educated, they need to be empowered as much as we are also empowering the female child. So we should empower the child, not just the female child. Both the male child and the female child, they should be empowered.
Yeah. So now that you even brought that, a question is ringing on my head that, do you think the boy child men generally, do you think they are neglected? Because right from cradle, the only attention men get maybe in their infancy, when waiting you born, now boy, hey, you don't born pikin, that's where that happiness ends. But it's always, the affection goes more for the female child, the attention. Like, look at it, what is happening now. Men hardly can cry. Men are told be strong, be this, and all of that is bottled up why they are misbehaving, I could say, and why they are not treating women right as well. Because from the home front, they've been made to see themselves as Lord. Remember those songs children used to sing, mother in the kitchen cooking,
right.
Father in the parlor watching or something. So
Yeah.
a boy child is already made to feel superior than his sister.
Yes.
And he takes that pattern and takes it into his home front and doesn't feel the wife or any female around them have a say in things. Even take, for instance, in the office space, you find a lot of men who, when they get angry, they tell a female colleague that, shut up, do you know who I am? And they want to bring that mentality of the home front. So do you think the male child has always been neglected and they are looking for outlets to maybe outpour, or just seek relevance?
Well, I wouldn't call it a neglect. I would call it a lack of education, lack of mentorship, lack of leadership. Because they are not paid attention to, they are not taught. There are a lot of things they are not being taught. Like, a male child needs to understand, and it comes from teaching. Some of them, they don't know, because like their masculinity is being taught, like, okay, you have to suppress somebody, you have to oppress somebody to be a man. But that is not being a man. Being a man is not oppression. Being a man is not suppression. Being a man is not beating. Being a man is not raising your voice. Rather, it makes you less of a man. Those things, and it's because of the lack of education, the lack of mentorship, the lack of direction, that make them to feel these are the things that make a man to be a man.
Wow. Okay, we'll take one more break now, and let's see how it goes. And when we come back, I'll be asking my guest a few more things she talked about on mentorship and how we can mentor the young boys of our society so that we catch them young to become better men in the future. It's the Shagalenko, and my name is Ambassador Emmanuel Gabari. I'm hanging out with my special guest, Juliet Ogbidi Momodu, mental health advocate, a menstrual hygiene and period poverty advocate, and then a multilingual educator. I told you she will speak Chinese for us before we leave here. Welcome back. It's the Shagalenko, and we're looking at raising the boy child. I'll be asking Juliet our last questions here now as we'll wrap up. So let's even look at the mentorship. What are some of the things we can do to mentor children? And I'll tie it down to another one. And what is your organization doing towards taking care of the mental health of these children and how they can also grow?
Okay, so in my own little opinion, one of the things we can do to mentor is we can create a platform where we have other men who are balanced, mentally stable, and who are already doing greater things, who have found themselves, who already understand that masculinity is not tied to oppression, it's not tied to beating, it's tied to growth, it's tied to change, it's tied to sustainability, it's tied to innovation, who are already doing innovative things to become the forefront and to bring forth leadership. So what we're doing, around that, NADA Humanitarian Foundation is we're inviting these people to come and teach us more, to come and teach our young children what we don't know. And we're going into secondary school, we're going into tertiary education, we're going into university. Let us teach them. Let them unlearn what they have learned from their house. And mind you, some of them are coming from broken homes.
True.
They are coming from a house where daddy beats mommy.
So it's normal for them.
It's normal for them. This is what they have been, this is what they know.
See every
this
day.
is what they see.
True.
You understand? They go out, they join gangs. They feel like for them to show how manly they are, they must become like a cultist. I must carry knife, I must oppress you. You get? So now, it may not be easy, because now you have to make them to unlearn those things that they have unlearned. And it comes from, like I said, mentorship, someone who is already known, who has already gone ahead, to like gradually, we teach them, we teach. We come with mental health. We teach about mental health. Because also now, you don't expect somebody from a broken home to be mentally stable. There's just something it does. So this is why we have this program. We have a yearly program where we teach these things, where we raise mentally stable youths. We channel potential to make it something that is innovative and become outcome and become something that is good for our environment and become. We don't just want it to just be potential. We want to raise mentally stable leaders. And now it doesn't have to be only women. It also have to be men. Because when a woman is stable and you place her in an organization led by an unstable man,
becomes toxic.
It becomes toxic.
True,
Yes.
true. So as we wrap up now, I'd like you to also give advice, one, to the society, to parents, to even schools, because we are hearing a lot about issues in schools. Parents send their children to school, and the next thing they are calling them, come and carry your child, is become drug addict, or some have even died.
Okay, my advice to parents, my advice to school is prioritize the mental health of your child. And listen to your children. Listen when they speak. Do not silence their voice, even as a child. Don't say like, you will see now, something I noticed, a child is talking, like, shut up, waiting No. Do not silence them. Do not like push their emotion aside. Their emotion matters a lot. Why do depression happen? Depression mostly in youth happen because their emotion were never listened to. They feel their emotion is not valid. And some children, they end up with cyber crime. Some children, they use drug because now they have so much emotions. Nobody's listening to them. Nowhere to vent. No trust. Like, you don't trust people in your house. How can you trust someone outside? Yes. And now they meet people outside who they can trust, who can tell them something. Then the person will be like, guy, if you feel like this, just drink this one, just smoke this one.
An addiction starts from there.
This one go clear your head. One puff, it go clear your head. From clearing your head, you sink deep. Most people who are addicted, they did not plan it. Somebody introduce it to them. But imagine if you have a good relationship with your child as a parent, you don't silence them. They feel comfortable. You are the first person they come, they will tell you. And then you can stop it before it goes deeper. And schools have to prioritize mental health. They need to teach mental health. I also think schools need to have therapists.
True.
Where children go and they talk. Like, let them talk, and what they say, you understand. They need to understand that somebody care. They need to understand that when they speak, there's somebody that will listen to them and don't judge them. Don't judge them. Don't criticize them.
Just
Do
listen.
not use what they have come to tell you as a weapon against them. Do not weaponize their pain. Don't weaponize their low time. Don't weaponize their weakness. So this is my advice.
Okay, we said you are going to teach us something in Chinese before we go. So what will you want to teach me now? And then we'll still give you a second to say something to people on Shagaliku. So which one are you teaching me first?
Okay. what I will teach you. Let's do something simple.
Okay.
When you see someone, how to say hello.
Okay.
Hello, you say ni hao.
Ni hao. Ni hao.
Ni hao.
Very short.
Yeah, ni hao.
Okay. Ni hao.
Yeah.
So what would the person reply?
The person can also say ni hao.
Oh, okay.
Or ni hao ma.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So if I want
ni
to
hao
say
ma means like is a question.
Oh.
Are you okay? How are you doing today? So I'll be like wo hang hao.
Oh.
When I tell you ni hao ma, so you say wo hang hao. I'm
Okay.
doing okay.
Okay.
Wo.
Wahanha.
Wo. Say wo. Wo means I.
Okay.
Wo.
Wo.
Hang.
Hang.
How.
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 Wo hang hao.
Wo how.
Yeah, that's I'm fine.
Okay. So I'd like you to look into your camera to say to the camera, this is Juliet and you are watching Shagalinku TV, and then you greet everybody. So we'll wrap up from
Okay.
there.
大家好，我叫 Juliet，我今天刚 Ambassador Emmanuel Gambari，我们在一起。你们今天在看沙嘎林科的电视，我要给大家们说，我爱你们。你们每个星期六中午大概12点，你们可以看沙嘎林科的 TV。
Okay, everyone, this is our show for today. I want to thank everyone who's joined us. Remember to join me tomorrow for ARTV Sunday Splash from 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. We'll be here to play you music. I still want to thank everyone from the house, and particularly Juliet Ogbidi Momodu. Thank you so much for joining us. Till I see you again. How do we say bye-bye in Chinese?
再见。
再见。
下周再见。
This one long past
Okay,
me.
say 再见。再见。
再见。再见。
Just say 再见。
再见。Bye-bye.